I don't know what it is about today, but I'm feeling pretty restless. So if I start moving around everywhere, my bad. Based on the title, you probably figured out we're going to be talking about the anime community, obviously. However, I just want to put it in a different tone just because I feel like people don't really understand what I'm trying to say when I say that. Also, I got lollipops, so my bad, I guess. I don't know. Lollipop, lollipop, oh, You guys need to realize that we're in a different time, right? It's not the same as it used to be. And I feel like people don't really understand that. Go and say that you watch anime back when I was in middle school and high school. Do you know how much I would get bullied for that? Crazy. But now if you say, oh, I watch Naruto, everybody's going to be like, wow, you watch Naruto? That's so cool, me too. The reason why I'm saying this is because there's a clear divide between new gens and old gens of anime watchers. And I feel like people just don't really want to admit that anime is bigger than it used to be. Or if they do know that it's bigger than what it used to be, they don't really understand what that means. I think people always have this sort of elitism when it comes to getting to know something before everybody else does. It's the same thing with music, right? If my favorite indie artist or my favorite low-key artist or my favorite low-key rap or Afrobeats artist comes up and suddenly everybody wants to know them and everybody hears about them, obviously I'm going to be like, yeah, I knew them first, like I'm the best, worship me, you know? But at the same time, like don't take it to heart, you know? If you want a cookie for watching anime before everybody else, you can have a cookie. You know, you can have it. Now that you got your cookie, shut the fuck up. You know, talking about that subject really leads into the next topic, right? And basically, what I'm trying to say is, let people like what they want in peace. That's it. If someone likes a certain type of genre, let them like that genre. If they like a certain types of music, let them listen to that music. You know? I don't know what's so hard about that. You see, this is the sort of advice that everybody tells you from a young age. Respect what people like. Everybody knows that. So why does it not apply to this? Why does it not apply to anime? Not gonna lie, this lollipop beat tasted kind of nice. Let people like what they want to like. And what someone considered a good show might be not what someone else considers a good show. People like to scale things like they know what they're talking about when most of the time they have no idea what they're talking about. Or they try to be objective, but they're pretty clearly biased. And obviously you know that when hearing someone's opinion, but like, I think when someone delivers that opinion, they don't really realize that they're being biased. Or if they do realize that they're being biased, they don't really know how much they're being biased. So at the end of the day, fuck what everybody says. Just like what you like. I'm not gonna lie, the last point has a little bit of bias in. I mean, obviously, but the reason why I'm saying this is because, okay, I really fucking hate when people tell me to watch some slice of life, boring ass shit instead of my shonen shit, and they get upset that I don't like the slice of life shit that they give to me. And I gotta sit there and be like, well, I don't want to see this. And they'd be like, why don't you want to see it? The character development is so good. I'm like, no, I don't want to think. I don't want to think. I just want to watch people punching each other. I am more likely to watch a repetitive isekai over a regular ass slice of life show that's like super intricate and the character development is 10 out of 10 and the music is crazy and the plot twists are amazing. Isekai. Fucking isekai. Now you may be wondering, oh my god, that just diminishes all his points. Why would he say that? Why would you have some regular isekai over some crazy slice of life show that has 10 out of 10 writing and crazy character development? Okay? And I'm gonna tell you right now. You see, when you're young and inexperienced, right? When you see something new, your whole life just changes, right? The first time that you saw Naruto or Dragon Ball Z, you're like, whoa, this is crazy. I want more of it. And then you watch of it and then you get tired of it. And then you go to the next genre, you look at romance, you look at slice of life, and you're like, wow, this is kind of crazy. I love it. Until you find your type. And then once you find your type, you decide to watch that, right? I'm not saying that isekai is my type, but you get the point, right? You watch something new, you experience it, you watch the next thing, okay? And you experience it and then you love it. You know, I'm no longer 16, 17. I'm no longer in high school. I'm no longer in middle school. I work, okay? I'm not going to go an 8-hour shift or an overtime 10-hour shift, come home at like 7, 8 p.m. or like 6 p.m. depending on what type of shift I have, and then tired, boss manager yelled at me for some dumb shit. Okay, I'm mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausted. I'm not going to sit down and watch a show about some kid whose mother's about to die and he's gonna find the love of his life in high school who's an orphan who broke her legs and then match this like love story in between. Okay, I'm mentally tired. I don't have the mental capacity and emotional capacity to watch that. Do you know what days I would watch that? all my days off. And you know how many days I have off a week? 1 or 2. Okay, like, like we need to relax. Sometimes people not liking a certain genre or watching a certain genre doesn't have to do with how much they like it, but just how convenient it is for them. I'm too tired to care about slice of life high school drama. Okay, I'm done with that. I'd rather watch something plain and simple. Someone's face get decked out. I go to sleep happy. Talking about that, slice of life, while it is a really big and large genre, there are very certain stereotypes with all genres that they also have, and I particularly wow, I can't speak you know, the whole introvert, can't talk to anybody, like, oh my god, I'm so shy and awkward. I don't you've got the girl who's either like bombastically like tsundere vibes or like super shy and nice. It's boring. Okay, I don't like. There's gonna be some sort of death or some sort of traumatic experience, and it's like, it's always in high school too. It's always in high school. I mean, I get it. Like most of the demographic are from high school, so like you want to cater to that, and people who are older don't really care as much. But, you know, like it's not my thing. It's not my thing. And you gotta respect that. You could just be like, you know what, yeah, sure, fine. You know, chill. Live your life, you know? We don't need to fight. Because I'm gonna win anyways. You don't want that. You don't. My lollipop ended. I'm kinda sad. Now here's a very important point. I kinda missed my lollipop already. Now here's an important point, okay? Just because you experience the same things that I have, in some way, doesn't mean, and we reach a different conclusion, doesn't mean that my points are invalid. Now you may be thinking, what do you mean by that? Like I don't understand. Here's what I mean by that. Let's go back to the example that I was talking about. My 9 to 5, my 10 to 5. Let's say you do go through a 9 to 5 or an overtime shift and you enjoy a slice of life experience. At that point, when I said that, you could have been like, wait, I do that and I like slice of life. Like, what does that mean? Like, that's not a valid point. But it is, because at the end of the day, it's still an opinion. Just because I don't like slice of life because I'm too tired to think about it after my 10 8-hour shift does not mean that you have to experience the same thing too. That's just my opinion. It makes it so hard to be an anime fan because everybody's just so exhausting. Everybody got something to say, bro. Like, why can't you just let someone enjoy their show in peace? But I will say though, the shonen community gotta chill though. Y'all just want to put fights into everything. But most people who do it are like kids. Like, are you really gonna fight a 13-year-old? I mean, you could, but you just sound kind of dumb. Like, what are you doing fighting a 13-year-old? Like, let them be right. You know, you're gonna be upset for 10 minutes, and then you're gonna move about your day. Like, you know, it's not that deep. Let them fight about how Luffy is like stronger than like fucking Goku, and you can move on with your day. Like, it's not that deep. Like, it's really not that deep. Also, you know, you shouldn't really dictate your opinion on other people. You know, you can ask them for guidance, you know, like, what do you think about this show? Oh, you agree with them? You don't agree? Yeah, sure. But at the end of the day, like, make your own opinion on how you would rate the show for yourself, you know? Like, you don't gotta listen to a YouTuber and think, oh, you know what? They're right. The show is garbage, even though you initially liked it, you know? I know for a fact that you and other people, too, would be like, oh, this show's alright. It's okay. And then you look at it, do you want to see other people's opinion to see if, like, they agree with you? And they don't. And you go, you know, maybe it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. You know, don't do that. Once you have an opinion, stick with it. Be proud. Be proud. You know, you're not gonna listen to them. Listen to you. You better. Like, if I told you right now, the Spotify is better than YouTube Premium, are you gonna agree with me? Probably not, because it's not true. Like, YouTube Premium is clearly better. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you gonna agree with me just because I have 10 million subs? No, YouTube Premium is better. Stick with it. You know, be right. Matter of fact, I was gonna end the video. Matter of fact, let's talk about dub versus sub real quick, because I feel like y'all don't understand why people like dub. I'm a dub watcher myself. If I have the chance to watch dub, I will watch dub. Now I'm gonna start with the baseline to the reason to why I and many others watch dub. It's more convenient. It really is. I'm sorry, it is more convenient, and you'll need to put some more respect on dub voice actors, because you guys just think that because it's dub, it's bad. It's the same thing with CGI. You guys see CGI, and then you guys just stop thinking, or your brain just stop clicking. It's like they got a chokehold on what makes something good. It's the same thing with voice acting. Let me watch it in dub. Why is it an issue? Because you don't voice acting is not the same. Shut up. We've heard it all. Japanese dub sounds so much better. Come on, like need you guys to put in some more love of dub voice actors. They put a lot of effort into it, and the voice acting is good. Generally, if you watch the dub first before you watch the the sub version first, you'll probably like the dub better. But let's put it in reverse. Do you genuinely think that every single sub that's ever been put out there is better than the dub every single time? Or like the quality of the sub voice I think is better than the dub every single time? You don't know that. You're just guessing. You just think the sub sound is more aesthetically pleasing, but that doesn't mean that it's better. You just like saying it's better because it sounds nice, you know? It boosts your ego. That's not necessarily true. I know you're gonna say things like, oh, well, technically, Ghost Stories has better than dub than sub, you know, haha, prove you wrong. Okay, basic bitch answer. Let me explain more then. Most of us don't speak Japanese who watch anime. Okay? So, and most people haven't even been to Japan. A lot of us don't even have Japanese friends to compare sub voice acting to real life Japanese voice acting. Obviously, they're going to be different, you know, just how like dub voice actors don't really sound and speak the same way that how they would speak normally on a day-to-day basis. That doesn't mean that you know how sub is supposed to sound like. A lot of people don't know what good sub is. You really don't, you know? And even so, it is very hard to compare sub to dub just because of language barrier. I speak French and I speak English. There are English phrases that don't translate well into French phrases, and there are French phrases that don't translate well into Japanese phrases. Even if you have the subtitles, just because you say it doesn't mean that the translation is correctly done. It is very hard to do a one-to-one comparison between each of the genres, between dub and sub, whether there is subtitles or not. Now, the quality of the voice actors is also different. Like, the way that you perceive good quality voice acting is different from the way someone else would perceive good quality dub voice acting. And like I said before, it just kind of boils down to what you've heard first. You know, tell me why all of a sudden OG Dragon Ball, OG Naruto, OG Bleach, OG One Piece, OG Beyblade, OG Yu-Gi-Oh, all the shows that you've watched dub first in Toonami, Cartoon Network, whatever, have really good voice acting, but everything else after the watch sub first suddenly has bad voice acting. Let's talk about Dragon Ball Z because it's a really good example. Like, it's actually a really good example. If we listen to the Dragon Ball Z OG dub voice actors, all the voice actors, you're gonna prefer that over the sub voice actors for the dub specifically. However, if you go and talk about the sub voice actor for Dragon Ball Z Goku, most people that I've talked to and a lot of people that I know who watch Dragon Ball Z prefer the dub voice actor, which is fine. You're allowed to think that. But if you go to Japan, the voice actor for Goku is iconic. She voices Gohan and Goten. Like, she's crazy goated. People love her there. Okay? People really, really do love her there. So, what changed? It's your personal preference. It's generally what you watch first or what you like more out of the character. So let me watch my dub in peace. The Japanese culture has you guys locked in a ball. Like, you guys can't function without anything Japanese related. Is crazy. Hear me out. Let's say you talk to someone who likes anime. Okay? And you tell them, hey, where do you want to go? Do it right now. Talk to a friend who watches anime. Where do you want to go? You know, if you could leave the US, or you could leave the UK, or you could leave anywhere. Man, I really want to visit Japan. Don't get me wrong, I'm not invalidating you to go to Japan, but most people just think they want to go to Japan just for anime, and but have no respect or know nothing about the culture. Or if they do know respect, they don't respect it in the right way. Japan is way more than just anime. There's a lot of culture, there's a lot of problems in Japan, there's a lot of benefits in Japan. There's a lot of things you don't understand about the country, and the small 0.0000001% that you see through anime is probably not even like a tenth of what Japan is actually like. I can just imagine like tourists coming into Japan and they're all like, these Americans, these anime junkies, what are they doing? It's so weird. What you guys need to realize is that people are mostly very chill and very relatable, and everybody just wants to do the same thing. They want to go to work, go to school, vibe out with their friends. You know, maybe they go karaoke, maybe they'll play basketball, maybe they'll just chill at home, go to work, study, and sleep. You know, that's it. And all those things in between is what really defines a culture, right? How do you have fun? How do you interact with people? How do you go to work? And those are the things that you need to take into consideration when you want to visit a new culture. You want to experience something that you're not used to, right? So put a little bit more thought into it, you know, I was going to continue this, but as you can tell, it's a little darker because my PC just kind of fried up because I'm kind of broke. So I'm gonna end the video right now. Wow. But if you wanna watch me more, I guess, I don't know, do the YouTube thing, like, subscribe, whatever. I don't know. I'll see you all next time, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Bye.